Want to upgrade your PS4 Slim with powerful, immersive sound? Connecting it to a soundbar is one of the easiest ways to transform your gaming, Netflix nights, and streaming sessions. Let's be honest, built-in TV speakers just don't deliver. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to set it up, from the cleanest HDMI ARC connection to reliable alternatives like optical cables and HDMI audio extractors. Stick with me, and by the end, you'll have cinema-quality audio filling your living room. Let's start with HDMI ARC, the simplest method if your TV supports it. All you'll need are two high-speed HDMI cables. Take your first HDMI cable and plug it into the HDMI output on the soundbar. Then connect the other end into the ARC-enabled HDMI port on your TV. It'll usually be labeled HDMI ARC or HDMI ARC. This connection allows the TV to send audio back to the soundbar through the same cable, giving you great sound without extra wires. Next, grab your second HDMI cable and connect one end to the HDMI output on the back of the PS4 Slim, then plug the other end into HDMI input 1 on the soundbar. This way, video and audio flow through the soundbar first, then out to the TV. Once all cables are connected, power on the PS4, the soundbar, and the TV. If nothing shows on the screen right away, don't panic. Just grab your TV remote and switch to the correct HDMI input. Also, make sure your soundbar is set to HDMI 1 or whichever port you used. Once the PlayStation home screen appears, you're all set. Now let's fine-tune the audio settings so you're getting the best sound possible. On your PS4, go to Settings, scroll down to Sound and Screen, and select Audio Output Settings. Under Audio Format, you'll see Linear PCM selected by default. And for gaming, that's usually the best option because it has the lowest latency. But if your soundbar supports bitstream, try switching to DTS for richer and more immersive audio. Explosions, dialogue, and music will feel punchier, though it may add a slight delay. So test both and see what works for you. Next, under HDMI output, you can choose between 5.1 and 7.1 channels. If you're just using the soundbar alone, stick with 5.1, but if you have a soundbar set up with surround or rear speakers, select 7.1 for that full theater-like experience. Since the PS4 Slim doesn't have its own optical port, you'll need to route the audio through your TV. Here's how to do it. First, connect an HDMI cable from the PS4 Slim's HDMI out to any HDMI input on your TV. Next, take an optical cable and connect the optical out on your TV to the optical in on your soundbar. Now grab your TV remote, go into the sound settings, select optical or digital audio out, and turn off the internal speakers. Finally, on your PS4, go to Settings, then Sound and Screen, Audio Output Settings, and under Primary Output Port, choose HDMI out. That's it. Your PS4 sound now goes through the TV and out to your soundbar. Another option is using an HDMI audio extractor, and I've added some recommended ones in the description if you want to check them out. This is especially useful if your soundbar doesn't support ARC or only has a single HDMI port. The extractor splits the signal from your PS4. Video goes straight to the TV while audio goes to the soundbar. Setup is simple. Connect an HDMI cable from the PS4 Slim to the input on the extractor, then another HDMI cable from the extractor's output to the TV. Finally, connect audio to the soundbar using either HDMI or optical, depending on the extractor. It might sound a little technical, but once it's set up, it runs smoothly and gives you more flexibility with older TVs or limited ports. If things don't work right away, here are some troubleshooting tips. First, check your HDMI cables are high speed and firmly connected. Loose cables are one of the most common problems. If the TV shows no signal, restart your PS4 by unplugging it for 30 seconds and turning it back on. If you're still stuck, fall back to the optical method. It's simple and reliable. And if you notice audio delay, where the sound doesn't match the action on screen, switch your PS4 audio format back to linear PCM. That usually fixes lag instantly. And that's it. You've just learned how to connect a PS4 Slim to a soundbar using HDMI ARC, optical cables, or an HDMI audio extractor. No matter which method you use, the upgrade is huge compared to built-in TV speakers. Explosions feel more powerful, dialogue is sharper, and music sounds richer. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more PlayStation tips and easy home electronics guides. Got a question or ran into an issue with your setup? Drop it in the comments below and I'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching and enjoy your new sound upgrade.